This is David at Workskunk. In the news this past week is Joe Biden's trip to Saudi Arabia, Middle East, and the discussion about bringing down oil prices. What does that mean to us? It means nothing, because if we look back through history, by the time any progress is made through the government, the fuel crisis is over. If we are to achieve any kind of reduction in fuel prices, it's going to come from the petroleum producers. We can't legislate price drops. That would turn us into a different type of government. So let's talk about what we could do. If you are impacted by, well, who isn't? All of us are impacted by what's taking place. But if you're having to, for example, choose between filling your tank and driving to work, or having enough groceries for your family, that's an important time to take action. And here are a few suggestions. Go to your employer and talk to them about what they're doing to help employees get through this period of time. I would not be adversarial about it, but you can talk with them potentially about taking on project work that they might outsource to someone else, or defining something that you can do for the company that's going to make things better, and what kind of value would that bring to them. This is also a good time for a lot of people and employers to bring up the possibility of becoming part of business development. One of the toughest hires is finding people that can produce results with sales, business development, and the whole field has changed so much that it's not really confronting as it used to be. You can go online at Workskunk and get all kinds of resources about developing your ability to connect with people, because that is the game today, is to connect with people and connect with your expectations. And if you and your employer can find a way that you could become part of that without exploding, that could be a good conversation to have as well. Many people are no longer commuting, and that's probably not going to change. We can already see the tremendous pushback that's taking place on remote work these days, and employers are having to face an entirely different reality. Some employers are compensating their workers for the expenses of having an office at home, and if you don't ask, you won't get it, unless that's becoming part of their attraction policy. And here's something else to evaluate. What kinds of promises are they giving to new employees? Because if they're doing that, you have every right to ask if they would do the same for you. Finally, I can't believe I'm saying the word, carpooling. Here in California, we started carpooling, but Angeleans especially, we love our independence and we love our cars. That's why we stand on the freeway for hours at a time. But this is a point in time where if fuel is impacting your ability to get groceries, then perhaps this is a good time to pick the person in the group that's got the big van or station wagon, or of course, what not, a sport utility, and pitch in together in lowering your commute cost. I hope that this is resolved before the end of the year, but let's not look to our government to produce miracles. That's way too cumbersome and too slow, and we're getting angry at the wrong person. What we ought to be doing today is looking at how can we increase our income, lower our costs, but the best is increasing the income. And please come to our site and take a look at some of the learning experiences we can provide to you about doing that.
Oh, one thing I almost forgot.
So let's talk about the central problem here. As the world pays off the invoice for COVID, we're going to have inflation. We're going to have bigger challenges around getting materials, even getting people. And one of the best ways to change that is to use inflation as an opportunity to build skills that bring in more money, or go to your employer and define what you can do to make more money with them.